Tomorrow is Father's Day, and what did I think to myself would be a funny thing to do? Buy balloons that say, well, hopefully you can see what it says, and hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly, because sometimes I pronounce Spanish words wrong, but Feliz Cumpleaños, which means Happy Birthday! And I'm just sitting him around the house. He's very confused. And the joke didn't have necessarily the effect on you truly deeply needed, because he was like, what does that mean? He understood what feliz meant. He was very, very confused at first, and then laughed when I told him what it meant. And then I also took one to my wonderful aunt who had surgery and gave her one. And then I threw it at her head. Kid you not, I did. I threw it at her head. It was fun. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my wrap up video. Come back to me. No. Okay. I'm too entertained by balloons. Okay, but anyway, so this video is coming to you obviously pretty late. I've been pretty lazy about doing this. Like I would say I'm busy, which I was kind of busy. But at the same time, I could have made the time. I was just lazy and got easily distracted by everyday life. I'm not making excuses for myself. I was just distracted and didn't want to sit my butt down and do this. But anyway, it's time to film the video, and I had a great reading month, you guys. May was fabulous. I finally read like a ton of books that I needed, and I need to actually crack down on reading so if I'm going to meet my goal, which is 50 books. I'm only at 18 so far. I've got multiple books that I've started and haven't finished, so if I can finish like at least 2 books that I've started, you know, like that'll make me feel somewhat better. But anyway, so the first book I read last month was The Picture of Dorian Gray. I'll try to remember which one I read first. Anyway, it is about a man named Dorian Gray who stays young while this portrait of himself grows old, and it reflects how he not only should look on the outside but as well as on the inside. So it's incredibly grotesque bad because he's a bad person. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I struggled to get through it. It wasn't like a great book. There were certain aspects of it that were really interesting and kind of sucked you in, but it was also like the author himself, like the way he wrote it, it was like Americans were dissed pretty often. Stuff was said about women, if I remember correctly. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars for one reason and one reason only: the ending. It was amazing. It was unlike anything I'd ever read before. Next book that I read was Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. It's about a girl who, his parents get divorced, and because of the circumstances of the divorce and everything that was going on before her life, even before the divorce, she basically had to be like the adult. She had to act more mature than everyone else did. She had to work harder in school because her brother slacked off incredibly and like was basically the favorite, and just like, you know, she just had to mature a lot sooner than she should have. And anyway, so one summer she goes to spend it with her dad, who has gotten remarried, and his new wife has had a baby. So anyway, she goes to stay with them for the summer to spend time with them, try to go on an adventure or of some sort. But what ends up happening is she ends up getting a job, meets these amazing people, and basically gets out of her comfort zone and does stuff that she never had done before. And it is a very good book. I believe I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was great, though the main character annoyed me dearly because her parents sucked. I'm sorry. Like, they just sucked. And the fact that she didn't snap at them, or somebody didn't snap at her mom or her dad, I find like a miracle. Because I don't think I could have handled that environment. Because I try to be kind. I try to keep my mouth shut. I try to be a good person and not rant or say anything rude to people that are rude to me. You know, but like those parents, I would have wanted to say some rude crap to them. And like, let me tell you something. I would not have survived. And I would have been like, Lord, please forgive me, because I would just be over there like saying rude stuff to my parents and yelling at them and being like, you suck as a human being. I was sitting there and I had to put it down, okay? And I was just like sitting there fuming, like, oh dear gosh, why? Why are you the way that you are? Like, specifically the dad. He was garbage. I don't even understand how in the world he got himself one woman, let alone 2. So let's just like not even get into that, okay? So, yeah. Okay, the next book I read is Second Summer of the Sisterhood. This is the sequel in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. And in this one, each of the girls goes on to do something new. before I get started explaining this, if you haven't read the first Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants book, you might want to fast forward through this because it spoils some stuff and you don't need that. Lena has to deal with breaking up with Costas. Am I saying that correctly? Hopefully I am. Okay, and then Tibby tries to deal with going to college for the summer, like a college thing for like film class. I forget like necessarily how to explain that, and I'm sorry if this sounds terrible. Bridget, she finds out that her grandmother had been trying to get into contact with her, so she goes to visit her and try to figure out like stuff about her mother and try to feel better because she had been feeling off and for so long and trying to get back to the way she used to be, but better, if that makes sense. And then finally Carmen tries to figure out what to do now that her mother is dating again. So it was a really great book. It was a great sequel. I highly enjoyed it. I'm hoping to read the third one next, like before the summer's over. At least like to read the third one, because I feel like these ones I should read in the summer because it's summer, you know, and this book takes place in the summer. Like 3 of the books I read took place in summer. Like if that's not like a sign that like I was meant to read them during last month, because that was when my summer started, technically, was last month. So I mean, so, well, summer vacation. But anyway, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, the next book that I read was actually a reread. I reread it, and it was kind of closer, more towards the beginning of June and May, but I started it in May, I do believe, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. It was The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Okay, before I get started into this explanation, I need to say something before I get into the explanation of this book. I was very blonde when I first read this book. I'm going to be honest, this book series in general. I kinda mispronounced some names in my head. And let me just say, if I'm pronouncing any names wrong and then you're sitting there looking at me like, Ashley, this is wrong. Okay? I'm blonde. Leave me be. Okay? I'm gonna try to explain this the best way that I can. If I messed up, then I messed up. Okay? Just tell me in the comments. I'll correct myself next time I read these books. Okay, but anyway, so it's about a girl named Belly who has spent every single summer of her life at Cousins Beach. I believe it's Cousins Beach. Okay, if I'm wrong on that, tell me in the comments, because, guys, I'm very blonde when it comes to this. And I literally just finished reading this. Dang it. Okay, but anyway, she has spent every single summer there with her mom, her brother, and her mom's best friend, Susanna. I believe it's Susanna. And her sons, Conrad and Jeremiah. Okay? And she has always had a crush on Jeremiah. But he never really paid attention to her or wanted anything to do with her for that matter. So, but she comes this summer and everything's different because I guess apparently she doesn't have glasses anymore, and all of a sudden in their mind is just gorgeous, like bam, puberty, like this high school glow, like adolescence, I don't know, just like maybe womanhood, I don't know, something just like hit her and it was like bam. And then apparently she was just all of a sudden so attractive that now Conrad and Jeremiah are both after her, like dang. So basically that's the whole entire premise of that, is just her spending her summer there and, you know, being pretty for the first time. Like, it's a great book series. I promise you it is. I'm just felt the need to kind of like, but the fact that it took them that long to really develop feelings for her kind of sucks. Like, how ugly was she? And all of a sudden she just like bloomed and you guys are like, whoa, she's beautiful. Like, what is that? Okay, like, what is that? Okay, and as much as I ship Belly and Conrad, like, let me tell you something, girl. If he didn't notice you then, and all of a sudden he now notices you, like, seriously, I'd be kind of ticked off. Like, seriously, it took you 16 years. 16 years to give me the light of day, or, like, notice me, and the only thing different now is that I guess, like, I'm wearing somewhat tighter clothes. I have contacts. I I don't even know. I think that was literally like the only difference. Like, how much of a difference could that make? Like, I get it probably could make like quite a bit of a difference, but seriously. But anyway, it's a great book, guys. I promise you it is. I just felt the need to let you all know what is what, and yeah. So anyway, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, like I did the first time. And finally, the last book that I read was Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is about a girl named Anne Elliot, I believe. If I'm getting that name wrong, if I'm not remembering correctly, forgive me and let me know in the comments. It's just, there's a lot of Jane Austen that, like, I've associated myself with lately, and the names are kind of getting jumbled. But anyway, basically, it's about how Anne, when she was younger, like about 19, 18, I think it was like 19, 17, somewhere in there. Like, in between that age. Like, if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But anyway, she, like, had feelings for this man and was wanting to marry him. But with the help of her, well, not really her dad. It wasn't really much of her dad, as it was her friend. She convinced her to hold out. Like, no, you can find yourself a better man. Well, like 10 years go by, just like about 10 years, I believe, and like no guy comes, like none at all. I don't know if it was 10 years. I forget how many years. I'm just gonna say 10. Again, if I'm getting any of this wrong, tell me in the comments. But like, no guy comes. Anyway, she runs into this guy that she was in love with again, but this time he's going after these other girls, and she's just like, dang, my heart, you know? And anyway, so it was an okay book. It wasn't my favorite Jane Austen novel. I definitely say it did not live up to the hype people told me about. They said it was like really great, and if you guys are watching this, I'm glad that you loved it. I just, for some reason, I just didn't really enjoy it. I had issues paying attention to it, and in all honesty, I feel like maybe later down the line I'll try to reread it, or at least listen to it on audiobook. So I gave Persuasion 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know if I said that already. I'll edit this out if that's the case. But anyway, that was my wrap up for May. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for sitting there and listening to me ramble and be kind of annoyed. Sorry for that, but I'm hyped up. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. And also, I'll be linking all my social media down below, so go check it all out and go follow me. And let's see, what else? There are more videos coming soon, you guys. I have a ton of videos lined up, and I hope that they will make you guys incredibly happy. So, they should be coming soon. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.